everyone, welcome back to Life on Margot Lane. Here we are with an update on the exterior finish of the doll's house, and I will say it's coming along great. You see I have my little ladder and my tools there as I work. The last time I left off, I believe I did only one section to test my abilities of installing the stonework, and look at that. I've gotten all along here so far. I have to touch up paint because I had to prime the inside of these windows for the greenhouse. But for now, focusing on the base of the house, and it is looking pretty darn fantastic, if I do say so myself. Now, what's left, we'll go on this side because I showed that originally, I believe, where I started. Now what's next with the stonework is, let's stop at the front door here. I had mentioned that I wanted to take off this section so that I could refinish the door properly and fix the roof on it and do the stonework here easily. However, removing this section turned out to be a pretty significant challenge. My husband and I worked on it last night and decided the best thing would be to keep it in place and to make it work. So I went ahead and primed it with gesso because I'm going to be painting the door, of course. So I gessoed both sides of it. Looks not great, but that's okay. That's just the primer. And I primed this area. And where you see all these lines here on the front, okay? And then on this side area, I will also be doing this beautiful stonework. So that is what I'm going to be working on today. I think I may paint the door first, just because I can get a little sloppy with the paint, and I don't want to get it on the brickwork and have to clean it. So I'll work on that part of painting the door first. We'll do that first. And then over here, I need to finish this side. Now this side may be a little trickier because not only am I going to do the stonework all the way up here, I'm going to do it at this peak as well. So there'll be a little cutting of stone, but good thing the stone's cut really well with an X-Acto knife. Chop, chop, chop. And then I need to go inside of the house and paint the interior of the windows. You can see the white coming through because I forgot to prime the inside of the windows. So I need to paint all that out black. So I'll do that first, paint the door, and then finish up the stonework. And the next thing for the stonework is you have to coat it with a clear coat first, and like a varnish, a non-yellowing varnish, which I have, and I think I may end up coating the entire house because even though I did the primer underneath to keep away from having that peeling situation of the paint because the surface is like a plastic melamine wood finish, with this red nail polish, there's been a couple times where I accidentally touched the house and it streaks red. So I had to remove the paint and all that. So I think that could be a problem going forward, especially when, the grandkids want to play with the dollhouse. Okay. And so no damage is done. So I don't have to worry about all the time and effort I put into the painting and all that stuff. So up next, paint the door, paint the interior of these windows, and finish my stonework, move on to the clear coat varnish to protect these. And then the final step will be to grout them. I forgot that part. It's looking good. So stay tuned. I'm going to get my ladder here and my tools and get back to work. Okay, I'm doing a bit of a close-up on possibly the last section that I have to put stonework, and I thought I'd bring you along so you can see my process. So over here I have, let me move it so you can see it. I just laid out the rest of the stones that I have left and put a little glue there with some old sticks to do the spreading of the glue. And again, I'm using Gorilla Glue. Now, on the sides of the house, I did a piece of paper with the layout, but with this, I'm kind of winging it because I'm going to have to do a lot of cuts. Oopsies, let's get up there. A lot of cuts to get around here. That makes sense. So let's go. Let me lift you up a little bit. There we go. Okay. Now, I am just picking up random stones and seeing if I like them, where I'm going to put them. But remember, I need small ones for up there, and I'd rather not cut too many. That would be kind of cute, right? But it's the end of the project, so I can kind of do what I want because I'm almost finished with the stonework, although I still have to seal them. Okay, so I take a bit of the Gorilla Glue and I do a somewhat of a thin coat, right? And it's been sitting out, so it already has a lot of tack to it. See how it's already grabbing a little bit, which makes it good for this process. And then I just decide where I'm going to put it, and I'm going to hold it in place, and I'm putting it just above the window siding. And the windows, of course, look really dusty because of the dust coming off of these faux stones, but that'll be remedied by a quick wipe and maybe even a quick swipe of paint. All right, let's see. Does this one fit? No, it does not. There it goes. Okay. We'll put another small one there. How about that? Okay. Now, making sure I'm on camera. So I just kind of butter the back of this with just enough of the glue and decide where I want it. And then there she goes. Pop it in. And I'm keeping some space in between, of course, because that's where the grout will be going. As I was saying, I have to do a finish coat over those first. Let me hold it. That way I know it grabs if I hold it just a little bit. Oops, that one's still moving. And moving a little bit. And then you grout after you seal it. Sorry if the floor is squeaking. This is this house we live in is well over 80 years old, and she's got a lot of character. Again, we live in military housing here in Hawaii, where we are stationed for the next few years, graciously serving our country. And just a fun fact, this is our 9th move in only 16 years. So, we move a lot to serve. And it's been fun. And I've been fortunate enough to have a craft room in every home that we've purchased or moved into. And this is a nice big craft room. This house has 7 bedrooms, actually. So we have a nice big space where I can spread out, have my craft room. My husband has his office. I have guest rooms. I have holiday storage room, holiday decor storage room. Oh, because I have so much stuff. I'll have to do a tour of this room. But right now it's a disaster because of all the crafting things. So see how easy that goes on? I am so impressed with the quality of these little stones and how it's looking. And I appreciate all the love you all are sending me on the Instagram, the Tickety Talk, and here on YouTube. This is just something really fun, especially, moving all the time and being away from family and close friends and my children and my grandbabies. It's been truly wonderful to have this YouTube community of fellow, look, I'm trying to talk and work at the same time. Girl, that's not going to work. Okay. Okay, I didn't want, see, those are 3 of the same. I don't want that. I don't like that look that's too planned. So I need to, here's a smaller piece. Okay. I'm sorry if I'm out of camera a lot, but I'm still learning this YouTube thing. Anyway, and filming and stuff, but it's been so wonderful to connect with other crafters and because I love watching me a good craft video on YouTube, whether it be dollhouses or scrapbooking, which I'm really into, or home organizing, oopsies, and things like that. It's a wonderful community. So thank you for being here with me. Okay, I think I'm going to end this one with a piece here on the end and then force myself to find a piece that goes in there. That way I kind of break it up because I did two of the same, which I'm not that fond of for the natural look. And then I'm going to have to cut a piece with my trusty X-Acto knife to fit there. So we'll continue with that and see how it looks when I'm done. Okay, I thought I'd give you a little peek on what it's like to cut these little stones. It's relatively easy because they have a chalky-like consistency, but still very firm. So I'm using my box cutter, I guess, not an X-Acto knife, and tweezers to hold it because it's not that easy. I've put these few up there so far in that itty bitty one, but to find them or to fit them, it's going to take a little finesse. Now, ideally, to make it quick, you could just run them all this way, but that's not realistic, right? That's not how stonemasons would do it on your house. And after doing this, I'm a professional stonemason. So anyhow, you take one of your stones and I'd say, okay, I want it there, but obviously I need to cut off at an angle like this. So you just take the box cutter. Let's see, I need to cut it this way. Hold it in place and you can lightly score it. Am I getting that on here okay? I think so. Lightly score it and then you can just snap it like that. Okay? And then you can use this tiny piece for something else. So it came off pretty good and then you just simply chisel off the edges. Like that. All right. And then will that one fit in there? Not quite. Darn it. Did I not measure that? I keep dropping these. Will it go up there instead? Yeah, this is kind of what happened with all of them. All right, let's cut off some more, right? And I'm trying not to use too many because I still have a different section to do that we'll go over in a little bit. Okay, there we go. Now that fits pretty darn good. And once the mortar's in there, the grouting or the mortar, oops, there I go, getting glue everywhere again. It works out fine. Anyway, okay, so a bit of glue. It's still pretty tacky because it's been sitting out. I can take my tweezers for this one. And let's see if I can put that in there. There she go. Okay, that doesn't happen when I'm not on camera. And look at that. And you just hold it for a couple seconds so it sets. And again, once the grout is in, it's going to look fantastic. So easy enough to cut with a little rubble left over. This is definitely a usable piece that I may be able to fill in right there. Oops, or somewhere along the top. Easy peasy. Okay, time to continue. So I'm almost done installing all the stone. These are my layouts for the chimney, the external chimney. So the front, the sides, and the rear. And I have just enough stone. Yes, I bought 2 bags. They cover 72 square inches and I measured just right. Would you like to see? Let's take a look. Ta-da! Here we go. I hope the light's okay. It's already evening time. But this is the side of the greenhouse area. I'm loving it. And remember, the roof color hasn't been selected or material yet. I'm just showing you what the stonework looks like before I seal it and add the grout, that is. Isn't that magnificent? Now this is going to be the chimney that I'm doing next. So when I'm done installing the chimney and grouting it, then I'll show pictures of that. And it's done all the way here. And also, I added another color. Let's do the reveal together of gray. Oh, best part is peeling off the paint. So we have a lighter gray and a deeper gray. I'll pull back and I think it looks fantastic, yeah? And guess what else looks fantastic? The door is pink. Hot dog. I love it. I mean, when do you get to paint your door bright pink? On Margot Lane, that's where. So this has been great. The install has been very easy and a lot of fun in the touch-up of the paint and all those good things. I'll finish up the chimney, and then next, once it's grouted, I'll share that with you. And thanks for watching Life on Margot Lane on YouTube, the Instagram, and the TikTok. Please like, share, and subscribe. And share in the fun. I appreciate you being here. Bye. Let's go in.